Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Hari Om to everybody. Yes, what is the topic? Bhagavad Gita? 15th chapter. 15th chapter. எங்களுக்கும் தெரியாது. When we were also struggling to know why he has mentioned like that, something which we cannot conceive of. Roots up. Then somebody has interpreted that it is inconceivable and the origin, we can take it as the root as the origin. Origin is there and everything else, from the origin it has come. Urdhva Matashagam. Let us see what he has written. It is not very clear, but then we skip it off because our idea is not to intellectually understand, How does it help us in moving towards his awareness within? What meaning only they put. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we will search and give to you something. We have worked out something. But we skipped. Why should we break our head? He who knows that the Pipala tree in the form of creation, which is said to be imperishable with its root in the primal being God, whose branch is represented by Brahma and whose leaves are the Vedas, is a knower of the purpose of the Vedas. You remember? This was a topic, This was a topic. And we referred so many books. Then we left it because in what way it is going to help us? Technically, if we try to understand, no. Because no tree which we have come across, the nature of this tree of creation does not on mature thought turn out what is represented to be, for it has neither beginning nor end, nor even stability. Therefore, cutting down this pipala tree, which is mostly firmly rooted with the formidable acts of dispassion. All those words, we are not trying to concentrate on the mere words. In what way it helps us? So we came to know that that which cannot be brought within our rational realm. We have only seen roots below and that is the known factor. So that to make us know that this is unknown, unknowable. So he must have put that. It is a mystery how it can be, because it has no adi, it has no anda. So many people have written so many things about it. Our entire approach to Bhagavad Gita is in what way it helps us in our daily life. There may be some explanations, there may be some, so many things may be there. But when we approach Bhagavad Gita, especially the 200 slokas which we took up, how does it get connected to our daily life? There may be, we may have to do some research, but it was not our intention. Our intention was only to collect such other slokas that will improve our norms in handling things. In a family life, in a professional life, in a social life, how does it help me? So those slogas were picked and then examples were quoted. However, this we can try on Monday.
Banyan tree அப்படிதான் வருது. வேர் கீழே தானே மேலேருந்து கீழே வருது. Aerial roots are there, no, in a banyan tree. Yeah, I know.
But it starts from.
But it starts from the earth. Main root is in the earth.
Main root. You plant here, no, that you plant. It has come from that. Afterwards, it might. But there are certain veins which are there even in Ayodhya. You just put a piece there on the tree. It goes to the earth. Apparently, there is no connection. There are. Here itself, which is used for diabetic patients. Anyway, we don't know. There are mysteries. Anything else?
நாமோசம் எதுக்காக நடந்து பர்பஸ் அது என்னதுக்காக நம்ம பண்றோம்னு தெரியல.
Virat Papa said, chanting is not simply uttering. It is not simply uttering his name. The repetition of the name must bring God into the mind. Otherwise, the repetition is mechanical. It is no good repeating God's name like a parrot. Remembrance must develop into an intoxication of God. And that intoxication in turn must develop into God consciousness. So much so, you come to know that you and He are one. And thereafter, you are aware of the divine presence at all times. So the sense of individuality is at the moment out of touch with the reality. That means we don't recognize. We don't become aware. Excepting on certain occasions when we go to temple, when we go to ashram, when we meet a Mahatma, when we see a Shastra, a book, when we remember this, we have some connection. Otherwise, no. It has not become a part of our life. So to remember God, probably the easiest, not easiest, the easiness in the process, that we should be very clear, because it can be practiced anywhere. So we start chanting first. First we start chanting and make it a habit. At that time we may not know anything. It's nice to hear. It produces a inexplicable joy during that period. We become one with the chanting. All those things will develop. And Papa encourages, because nobody will be able to know all this. So he said, concentration, no concentration, chant. When after this chanting has taken place, chanting has started taking hold of us, then we are asking, why am I chanting? I am going for a movie, I read a novel, I see I go for a music program, I go for a bhajan. At that particular time, there is a joy, because you are forgetting. And after you come back, there is no change, Similarly, after the Nama session also, there is no change in me. So then when I start thinking about it, again we go to the masters. Then the masters say that in Papa's case, side by side with Nama chanting, we should also dwell on the attributes of God. To us, it's a tough job, because we are only trained to chant. So the Namosava is intended to bring the dimension, a dimension which is related to us. Suppose he is all pervading, it's a philosophy. He is indwelling, it's a philosophy. It doesn't connect me to my daily life. So the best way is to connect something with our daily life. Everything is his. Technically, we know that. So, Namosava, we are trying to bring one dimension. And along with it, again, it should not slip into a philosophy, tall talk. So we are trying to understand that philosophy, that dimension, through an example drawn from daily life. That is the purpose of Namosava. So that when we try once, twice, thrice, four, so 10 or 15 sessions when we try to go through that, slowly, along with chanting, in 1 or 2 or 3 it won't come. We are not used to it, no. Chanting is separate. In Malayalam there is a word, Ellum Pachari. Same, it is black. Raw rice, white. If you mix it, both will remain separate. It will not blend oneself. So similarly, our thinking about the attributes and chanting, it will not get connected. So it will take some time, because we are not used to it. Just because we bring a dimension, we will not be able to do that. If each one can try that. When I am chanting, can I bring this dimension? So in the Namosava, last portion is very important. The last day recap. There everybody will ask oneself, I heard about 28, suppose there is a 2-day session. So 28 dimensions. Am I in a position to remember at least one? So initially, some may be able to remember 2 or 3 or 4. First step. And again now Namosava will conduct. And we are trying to bring slightly different, not the same copy paste, slightly different. And then we let us try whether it stays with us. Everything is drawn from daily life. So like that, when we try proportionate to the intensity we have, that is important. I must be able to dwell on it. Even after the chanting stops, I must be able to carry something from the chanting, which will help me in my dealing with mental matters. Because I am not going to chant throughout my waking time. Family affairs, professional affairs, social affairs, individual affairs, so many things will be there. So whether my norms change. So first stage, all of us have now passed. Chanting, enjoying, that is, everybody enjoys. Everybody, where there is a Nama session, we will go and attend. The next session is how far this Nama helps me to feel his presence within. That is the ultimate. That he is making me to chant that stage when I reach. So for that, what I should do? So that is how last year end we tried here. That is how this pamphlet came. And here, our master, beloved Papa Swami Ramdas, laid almost emphasis on the chanting of the divine name. He taught that the secret of truly reveling in the bliss of the name lies in chanting with the awareness that it is by his will and by his power alone that we chant the name. The first thing. That is how will you get it? One has to try, that it is by his will and by his power alone we chant the name. So slowly I am chanting because I am alive. So what is his life? Then life is the expression of Atman. So I am chanting because I am chanting the name of one who has given me the life. Who is making my heart to beat, my blood to circulate, my digestion to take place, my breathing to take place. Oh, then slowly I am chanting the name of one who is enabling me to see through my eyes, hear through my ears, taste through my tongue, smells through my nose, feeling of touch through my skin. So these are all verifiable facts. So out of, say, 5 minutes chanting or 15 minutes chanting, 1 or 2 chanting, suppose, is associated with this. It is not merely chanting. Because we have not trained our mind. Somebody said, you chant, we chant. We have faith in their words. We respect them. But then we are asking ourselves, what happened to me now? In spite of my doing 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of chanting, where am I? Accepting the sentimental satisfaction that I enjoy, what happens to me when I deal with men and matters outside? So that is how this Sankalpa game. So he says, chanting is not simply uttering his name. The repetition of the name must bring God into the mind. How do I bring God into the mind? Various methods. One is that, I am chanting because I am alive. Simple thing. A dead body is not chanting. So I am chanting. So there is a life in it. And life is the expression of Atman. Oh, 1 or 2 chanting I can try. The next chanting is, the sound comes. Where from the sound comes? How does it come? I know that the sound is there now. Where from that sound comes? And with that, so the sound comes from me only. And then my knowledge says, Shastric knowledge says, Shabda Brahman. The sound is the expression. Sound is the first of this sound. Motion of the motionless. So sound is the first. Sound comes from the Sound comes from the soundlessness, stillness, silence. Oh, the silence is he, stillness is he. Third method. Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 There are four chantings, So how do you say that there are 4? Because there is a gap between one chanting and another chanting, about which we were not aware. So what is that gap? So without that gap, this mantra cannot. So what is from one mantra to another mantra? I become conscious now. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So the mind slowly tries to concentrate on the gap between the two sounds, two mantras, two chantings. Oh. Like that, we verifiable facts, verifiable facts. Now, for here he says faith and devotion, Shraddha and Bhakti, Shraddha and Bhakti. So, if the mind goes elsewhere, and if I chant, neither I get concentrated on the thought which has taken me away, nor on the chanting. Then I start thinking, whatever I do, I become successful or it becomes a perfect one only when my whole souled attention is there. No, whether you are cutting the vegetables, whether you are cooking, whether you are writing, whether you are bringing out a project, whether you are having a software target, suppose you have to have a breakup. Anywhere we know that whole souled attention alone will give. That is called Shraddha. So Shraddha and Bhakti. So when I chant, if I start ensuring that the mind does not go here and there, what happens to me then? Like that, one by one, we have to add awareness of the primal source. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Chanting the name of Ram, who is the first cause. We are all effects of the cause. So which is the first cause? We are given a name. Papa has given the name Ram. So we are chanting the name of one from whom we have all come. Who has given us all? Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Like that, each and everything. Recognition of the indwelling reality. I am chanting. I take it as granted, that's all. All my organs are functioning. What is it that? Is the sound has to come, what is this? Mouth has to open. And there is a rhythm there. Who does the rhythm? Where from that rhythm come from? No. Shri Ram, Jai Ram. There is a rhythm there, harmony there. Where from that comes? We will also have a taste of the stillness. So this why we are. Your question was, why are we having Namosava? So Namosava, we feel it's an experimental stage. We feel it will help us in slowly making the Nama chanting more and more effective. In the sense, why he is making us to chant, he is slowly revealing to us. Previously, he did not reveal. So when we start knowing him, the grip of me and mine on me will slowly get loosened. Because I am through one method or another method or this dimension or that dimension, I am trying to become aware of his presence. The more we become aware of his presence, the less will be the space occupied by me and mine. So we are developing a culture by which, the me to we slowly develops, and we to him. Or we can say me to him. Even now when we are talking, the life force should be there, awareness should be there, intelligence should be there, memory should be there, and the ambience, the field should be there. I become aware of all these things and then chant. That means, you totally become aware of his presence in a subtle form, And then the me and mine has to step out. And we have been assured by his very life, Papa, that with the chanting of the name with this right attitude has helped him to become aware of his presence always, and which comes out in the form of a blissful life, contented life, fulfilled life. This question is very good. Why are we? Then only it becomes clearer to us. Otherwise, it then becomes a program. No, it's not a program. It is to speed up our efforts to become aware of his presence in us. We have tried by chanting so many years, we have not felt. I am chanting. That is dominant in us. I have chanted 20,000 times. Eh? I have done this. I have done that. I have done this. I have done that. I am chanting. I have gone there. I have gone to Anandashram. Chanted so many times. There are 7 sessions I attended. I go to Godavarikar Maharaj's place. There also I have chanted. I have gone to this place. I have chanted. This is the feeling we get. But we are there where we are. Has it helped me to become aware that he is the one who has facilitated me to chant his name? So it should zero to that. Then we will be enjoying the same chanting with the feeling that he is facilitating, he is prompting, he is facilitating everything. He has also given us a name, he has also given us an equipment, and he has also given the right attitude, mindset, and then he makes me to chant. These are all the things we learn from Papa's biography. Huh?
Yes, sir. I feel that Swami Ramdas started with the chanting and praying, but after some time, he allowed, like, when his spaciousness came inside and resided and he got realized. Then he allowed it to do anything to him, right?
What is it?
You mean Swami, you mean Papa?
Papa, yeah.
Asha. She says when first Papa started chanting, then he went on chanting, and then after some time, he allowed Ramnam to do whatever it is with him. Right?
Like, yeah, when the auspiciousness entered and he got realized,
Then he got realized.
he allowed it to do anything to him.
The moment you come to know that he has made you
Ramnam took control of him. I think she means that.
That's what I say.
The moment you come to know that he is making us to chant, he is making us the mind to go out, perfectly all right.
I said, can I bound it?
Because ultimately we have to hand over the ownership or the actorship to him. That is the crux.
Yeah.
We are now talking because he is making us to talk. That is the truth. We may say I am talking, but at least we should know he has given us a body, he has given us the life, he has given us the language, he has given us the expression, and then he is now making to act. Oh. Inside you will be watching and seeing it. Outwardly you say I am chanting. But so chanting should enable us to feel his presence within.
So when auspiciousness entered and he got realized the auspicious one is within, then he left and he allowed it to do anything to him.
No. He doesn't go away, you know.
Entered, it is not entering. Swamiji main important point is
And realized.
you got.
Yeah.
She said the auspicious one. She means as the self entered. The very fact that she says it entered means
Not
it doesn't
entered,
care.
means
I just
realized.
Oh, I just realized.
No. When the realization
Then-
comes,
He allowed it to do anything to him. Like he could be anywhere, he can do anything. He can be thrust down, he can be revered, he can be anything. There is a certain point in time when he understood probably like now it's a shifting time in his state because he became like an ascetic, right?
eh?
He became like an ascetic.
Architect.
Ascetic.
Ascetic.
Yeah. So he could be just anywhere. He could sleep anywhere. He could do anything. He wouldn't recognize good or bad. Anything could happen to him. So when did he decide, or when the point of time came that he stayed here and he never again moved?
Oh, he moved even after coming to ashram.
Okay, when did he shift? Like, what was the point?
Acha, that is something she's asking. Which was a point in Papa's life where he decided to settle down with an ashram and ashram life?
No.
Rather than
He did not take any decision at all.
Yeah.
The doership is completely handed over to him. Then the question will not come, Who is there to question? So we are now trying to place ourselves intellectually on that position, trying to understand. No. It is a state of being where you don't feel the sense of individuality doing anything.
Right.
It cannot be understood now unless we hand over the sense of individuality in lock, stock and barrel to him.
Right. Did he speak about it?
He says,
this shifting time. Did he speak
No. He is there. Everything is happening only by his will. You and I are interpreting that he is lying here, he is laying there. To him, everything is happening only by his will. We outsiders, we are trying to put it in that language. His only one word was, when Ram took over him completely, then there is no individual. It is very difficult to discuss about it now.
Yeah.
It's a state of being, not a state of knowledge.
Yeah, sure.
It's a state of being. That is why when somebody asked him what is his will now, he could immediately say what he does, what he does, that is his will. What he thinks, that is his will. Nothing is attributed, thoughts, words and deeds, nothing is attributed to him as a person. It happens, there is no prefix, suffix. It happens, that's all. He smiles, he cries, he loses, he gains. That is our language. To him, it happens. We are interpreting his life. Anyway, that is we will pass him. Why should we break our head on what will happen when we realize God? Let us realize God.
No, we don't need to break our head.
That's all. Let us realize that state. Because normally, you are right. All these questions will come. So we are trying to plug that question. Let me reach there, then see for myself whether I am there or not. So long as I am there, all these questions will come. Whether there will be a state where I am not there, at the same time I am not dead. I am as active as I am now, but minus of that sense of doership. When will I reach? So Ram, that's why we say to become aware of his presence within. If you are very clear that Namosava or Nama chanting is to help us to become aware of his presence. Nothing else. When you are looking, you are made to look. Oh. When this question comes, you are made to ask. When you are sitting, you stood there. You got up and came. He made you to get up and stand. That feeling, every moment. So he has proved by his life it is possible. Everybody will have this doubt. But in one of our Satsang, year-end program, 3 years back, 3 years or 4 years back, that year, the topic was some portions were gathered from with my master, and in that he mentioned this. That gave the clarity to many people. What is his will now? He did not give it all philosophy talk. Simply said, getting up, going, watching, coming back, sitting, next job. So every job, every action, every movement was attributed to him. The grip of the me and mind loosens. We are having knowledge, but the grip is very tight. So we are now praying through this Namotsava. Please first loosen the grip, so that one day I will come out of it. All questions are valid. It will help us in our sadhana. So Nama chanting with the right perspective. That is the word. Otherwise, he bluntly said, even if you do that for 100 years, 1 lakh times, even you will be there where you are. But he will not first say that. Later on, he will say. How does it get reflected in all my activities? To be more clear, to make it more clear, what you do during the non-chanting time is the reflection of, should be the reflection of your mindful chanting. That means what? Whenever I mindfully chant with the clear-cut ideal, it will be reflected in my outer action. So that means outer action is not separate from the mindset which we are trying to develop during the Nama chanting. Is it clear? What we do during the non-chanting time matters when we chant. What we do during the chanting matters when we do the non-chanting time. It is interlinked. Suppose I am mindfully chanting, the concentration will be there in whatever I do outside. In whatever I do outside is concentration there, that will slowly be reflected in this. When I love others, the love will develop here. When I hate others, that will develop here. Because I have that background, I have to uproot and throw it out. So this should go hand in hand. Nama chanting and the purification process of them. That means me and mine. So let us all be very clear. Chanting of the name is to loosen the grip of me and mine, so that we will try to start feeling his presence within.
So Swamiji, we keep on reminding ourselves it is happening, it is happening, it is happening. It is in a way trying to attribute that this is happening.
The me and mind
because
steps
of
in.
him,
Me and mind steps in,
No, but suppose we keep telling ourselves mentally.
Telling ourselves will not help much. You should devise your own method. That also becomes superficial, unknowingly. That is why this method cannot be defined. You keep on trying, one will click.
இந்த 6 கோடி 7 கோடி நாமஜபம் பண்ணா அந்த சாட்சாத்காரம் வரும்னு சொல்றாங்க. அது மாதிரி பண்றவாளுக்கு அது கிடைக்கிறதா?
கிடைக்குமே. Papa என்ன சொல்லியிருந்தோம்னா, Papa used to say that when you have chanted Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram 13 crores, you will attain Sakshatkar. When you add Om, with that 6 crores is enough. But he also said, don't make a count. If you make a count, you are there, The drinker and the drinker become one. The chanter and the chanter should become one. So who is there to make the count? So if we concentrate on the count, finished. Then why are we given mala? Why are we asked to initially put us on the rails? That's all. Later on, the train will take us. We have to go and get into the train. Then you don't have to travel. The train will take you. You don't have to carry the luggage. Train will take you. All that you have to do is, today you are going to get into the train. You are not walking in the train. It will take you to the destination. So similarly, Nama is the train to, when we try to get into it, it will take us to the destination. But the train you choose, suppose you are, instead of Nama chanting without any background, In Valmiki's case, it is not because of 1 or 2 or 3 years, All that he had the faith in Narada's words. And he stayed there. And the anthill started building up. That is how Valmikam. So that means years together. So nobody need think he started and he got it. He paid the price. Anyway, leaving that. Now coming back to our own state. We are watching ourselves. We have been chanting how many years now? Whether to feel his presence inside. No. How am I to feel his presence? That is the purpose of chanting. Here he says, God consciousness. The repetition of the name must bring God into the mind. We are asking, no. Otherwise, repetition is mechanical. It is no good repeating God's name like a parrot. Remembrance must develop into an intoxication of God. And that intoxication in turn must develop into God consciousness. So much so, you come to know that you and he are one. God consciousness means you become one with him. And thereafter you are aware of the divine presence at all times. This is the crux. This is what we are aiming at. So in this spirit of profound humility, let us pray to him to make our chanting more and more effective. O beloved Lord, as this sacred name arises on my lips and in my heart, help me remember. And you bring all this. केवल उनके नाम का उच्चारण करने नहीं है, केवल नाम की पुनरावृत्ति से भगवान मन में उपस्थित होने चाहिए, अन्यथा जब यांत्रिक बन जाता है। तोते की तरह भगवान का नाम दोहरने से कोई लाभ नहीं। स्मरण भगवान की मादकता, मादकता में मादकता इंटॉक्सिकेशन वो मत में बहराना चाहिए और वह आगे चलकर भगवान चेतना में गॉड कॉन्शियसनेस परिणत होनी चाहिए, यहाँ तक कि तुम्हें अनुभव हो कि तुम और वह एक हो, और उसके बाद तुम्हें हर समय दिव्य उपस्थिति का बोध रहे। ठीक है ना?
25 years हो गया स्वामी जी राम नाम करते।
हाँ, we are asking, correct, 25 years we are training. In the ashram you can say 30 years, 40 years. But still I am there where I am. There is a story. One person went to the river. He has to cross the other side. There was a boat. So he went there, got into the boat, evening. And he started towing, no? Next day morning, he saw the same place. Because he has not untied the boat has been tied to some tree or something, That is our place. For all practical purposes, we are towing, Then suddenly morning I realized I am there where I am. Though I have tried, I have not slept. Every minute I am towing. But what is needed along with the towing, that I have not done. So unknowingly, not that we know it, unknowingly it happens. We forget to untie it. In Wayanad, when we were staying one day, we had a two-wheeler. So we had to go urgently to some place to deliver some urgent message. When it was conveyed to us, we simply got out of our house, took the bike, started kicking, not starting. More than half an hour. I have to reach there also. And unlike city, you don't have any vehicle, auto rickshaw, or anything like that. But what to do now? Suddenly somebody came, was walking. I called him. It's not starting. Can you look at it? He came and looked. Swami, you have not opened the.
Oh,
When I
the
opened,
petrol thing.
half an hour.
He is starting.
Ah, the
नहीं, वो petrol का जो
petrol open.
tap है ना, वो tap
I have to open na.
तो block करने का पुराने time पे
So as soon as we go, not we know that. As soon as we go and sit, we open it and then do the kicking. On that day, somehow forgot. And we never knew that we have forgotten. Came out, looked at it. Every place we have looked except this. And he also watched it. It is the same. Have you opened? So the direct experience comes to us. So what is to be done has to be done. So the proper mindset is something like that. Otherwise, for all practical purposes, I'm chanting. Just like I was kicking. Honestly kicking. Efficiently kicking. Whole-souled kicking. But the essential thing we forgot. Similarly, the chanting is to remember him. Chanting is to feel that he is making me to chant. This goal, I must keep it. I have not been able to. Why are you delaying? So I will start pleading, appealing, crying. When that stage comes in, it's a gain. Papa did like that. He cried, and then the cry was heard. So now, that is how this Namosava thought he has given now. Enough. You have done enough. Now you try to bring in this dimension. We have no clue. So he first made us to bring out this and try here. Now, in Tiruvannamalai, he improved it with 40, 20, 28 with examples. Now, in May, when he is making us to do April, we are going to have one day in Hyderabad. So preparations. Now we want to make it more effective. And then when we come back here, when they come from Chhattisgarh, 2 days again we will try improve. Like that, every Namosava should enable us to move closer to the ideal. And year end, definitely there will be there. So by that time, we would have gone through so many. At least if 1 or 2 or 3 dimensions will link, that will connect us to him in direct or indirect way. That will take place. We are 100% sure about it. Then, even when we are not having any congregational one, when we chant alone, we will be able to connect. We don't need anything. Simply close Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Phone connected. And after that, function as an individual. Again, you get connected. Function as an individual. Again, get connected. Function as an individual. And one day he will say, who is now doing? I am asking you to do it. Oh, I become one. Stage.
Because if you were able to do that once, why can't you always be like that?
He's asking if he can do such a thing once, why can't we always do like that?
We should be, but it's not possible now. Now not possible. Mind has to be trained. Because why trained? Because the me and mind That open, petrol open is not correct. That I have not untied the boat. All other things I am doing, excepting that untying. That the me and mine is the one. I have to untie. I have not untied. Where are you going? I'm going for Ram Nam session. Immediately I should know, no, he is facilitating me to attend a Ram Nam session. He has been gracious enough to make me go there. See, same act, the interpretation becomes different.
That's why you say we should use passive voice all the time.
Hmm?
When we need to talk,
Ma-
when we need to.
What is the real purpose of Ramosa? It's a good question. I will just read this 12, which we did here. O beloved Lord, as this sacred name arises on my lips and in my heart, help me remember that I should chant with faith and devotion. I should chant to become aware of the primal source. I should chant for the recognition of the indwelling reality. I should chant to become aware of the what all he has provided to me. Gratitude. To understand that though you are nameless and formless, you have also appeared in the form of. Because when I call you by your name, you are nameless, formless, but you have given me a name to call you. You are nameless and formless, but you have given me a name to call you. And you are providing me an opportunity to realize my true nature, who really I am, not the one that I have at the moment. And then awareness of your infinite presence as stillness, silence, fullness, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent one. Stillness, yeah, correct. And surrender to your will. May I remember that everything is yours and everything happens by your will. Let me offer myself completely to you. Intimate relationship with the divine. Let this repetition soften my heart, build intimacy with you, harmonize my inner and outer life. Giving back and dedication. May my life become an offering, touches of love, acts of perfection, every thought, word, and deed dedicated at your feet. Let me repay your boundless grace by serving your creation with humility, kindness, and joy. Help me see that nothing is small or insignificant, for everything has come from you, belongs to you. Through your name, expand me from me to we, and ultimately to thee. O Lord, may every chant of Ramnam draw me closer to you, deepen my awareness of you, and dissolve me into your love. You have to keep on hammering this, because we have not trained. As soon as we start chanting, we will again go back to the old habits, natural. So we have to put an extra effort now. Extra effort. Along with chanting. The chanter. How does the chanter chant? What is he chanting? Who makes him to chant? Who makes him to feel that he is the chanter? Like that, so many questions. Contemplation, reflection. And any off time, pause time you get at home, right from morning till night. In between, not that we are all working throughout. There will be at least 10 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour. At that time, we fill with this idea. Not merely during when we come to ashram or when we go to puja room or when we go to temple. Every day, let us pray to him. Fill my pause moments, even for 1 minute. I can chant one time. From here, when we reach there, we can mentally chant. So that slowly, the connection becomes At the moment, it is limited to a place, time. 8:30 to 9:30, my session. 11:30, I am my Ramanam chanting. Honestly, we all feel that. In order that slowly it percolates and becomes system. He set up this ashram, he gave us Ramnam, and he made through a Mataji, he made a routine. And then for administrative purposes, devotee joined together and said, I will do this on that, they will do this. Otherwise, there will be confusion. So everything has been arranged, and today is my slot. I become aware. I did not do anything for Ananda Ashram. I did not bring this Ramnam with me. I did not draw this routine. And now everything is given to me. They trained me to chant, how to chant. And I am given an opportunity to dwell on him. Oh. See, the attitude changes completely. Where are you going? Today, by God's grace, He has given me to chant. You will not say 11:30, my session. Not that we mean anything bad. That is how the system, from active voice to passive voice. Small adjustments. I think that is enough. 4:30. We will meet on Monday.
यहाँ जैसे हम लोग आए हैं आश्रम में
First
सब
class.
सुविधा है, सब कुछ है, उसके बाद भी वो उस क्वालिटी से राम नाम जो लेना चाहिए वो नहीं ले पा रहे हैं।
Not only you say everybody is feeling. Everybody is asking the same question. The moment we get into the auto and go, finished, we are back to square one.
टाइम से खाना मिल रहा है, टाइम से सब कुछ हो रहा है उसके बाद।
So Papa joked in a lighter vein. He answered when this question was put. On those days, in Papa's day, there was nothing there after the gate. There's a big banyan tree there. You'll observe now. Even now it is there. So he says, when you try, you carry your prarabdha, and the moment you enter, you put it on the banyan tree. You enjoy here. Go back. Religiously, you take back. Oh, I have to reach there. I have to go there. And this overwhelms, over-influences. And whatever you derived, it becomes secondary. When somebody reminds, did you go to ashram? Ah, yes, it's wonderful. That's all. This is not lingering after that. So Papa said, you don't look at the banyan tree, just go with what you get. Hari Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.